Have you ever wondered what truly makes a man irresistible in the eyes of a woman? The secret isn't about looks, wealth, or status. It's about understanding the nuances of female psychology. The Stoics believed in mastering oneself to influence the world around you, and the same principle applies to attraction. Women are naturally drawn to men who display certain qualities that signal strength, care, and emotional intelligence. By the end of this video, you'll discover 7 key things that men who attract women effortlessly seem to know. Stick around until the end for insights that could transform your relationships, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your stories in the comments. Chapter 1. Know how to give her direction and guidance. Women are naturally drawn to men who can provide clear direction and guidance, not in a controlling or overbearing way, but as a reliable source of steady support. This is not about dictating her actions or decisions, but about being someone she can turn to for advice and insight when she needs it the most. The key here is offering a sense of direction that gives her confidence without undermining her autonomy. Offering guidance begins with understanding her needs and emotional state. Female psychology reveals that women value emotional intelligence in a partner, someone who knows when to step in and offer advice and when to simply be there, offering a listening ear. The ability to recognize when to offer support and when to remain quiet is a trait that women deeply appreciate. Unsolicited advice, especially when it feels dismissive or controlling, can be a major turn-off. Instead, it's essential to gauge the situation and determine how best to help her. For example, if she's sharing a challenge or frustration, instead of jumping in with solutions right away, ask her whether she's looking for advice or just someone to listen. This simple question shows that you respect her feelings and her autonomy, and it creates a deeper level of trust between you both. The Stoics, whose teachings on wisdom and emotional restraint are still revered today, emphasized the importance of balancing action with thoughtful restraint. They believed that true wisdom lies not in always having the answers, but in knowing when to act and when to let things unfold. When you embody this principle, you become a pillar of strength and reliability, qualities that women find inherently attractive. Your ability to provide guidance without dominating or forcing your will on her fosters a sense of security and emotional connection. What's important here is the recognition that guiding a partner doesn't mean taking over her life or decisions. Rather, it's about offering her the kind of support that helps her feel empowered, not restricted. Women appreciate men who respect their intelligence and their ability to handle challenges on their own, yet are also capable of providing insight when asked for it. It's about creating a balance where she feels safe to rely on you but doesn't feel controlled. Alphas understand that strength is not about being domineering, but about knowing how to lead with sensitivity and understanding. A man who can provide clear, thoughtful direction without pushing his own agenda becomes a man she feels she can trust. This dynamic, where guidance is offered with respect and care, allows her to open up more emotionally, which in turn strengthens the bond between you both. The role of guidance in a relationship is not just about solving problems. It's also about creating a space where she can grow, knowing she has the support and reassurance she needs when things get tough. By knowing when to step in and when to give her space, you help foster her own growth while simultaneously deepening the emotional intimacy you share. Moreover, offering direction isn't just about offering advice during tough times. It can be as simple as suggesting a new idea for a shared experience or planning an adventure together. Your ability to think ahead and provide direction in moments of uncertainty signals that you are someone she can rely on, someone who brings stability and strength into her life. These are qualities that many women deeply crave in a partner, as they help to create a sense of safety and emotional security. At the end of the day, the ability to guide without dominating is a skill that elevates the emotional connection between you and your partner. It is not about always being the one who knows the answers or always having a plan in place, but about providing direction when it is needed most, and doing so in a way that is gentle, respectful, and empathetic. When you can offer support in this way, you don't just become a partner, you become a source of strength, wisdom, and emotional security, making the relationship stronger and more fulfilling for both of you. Chapter 2. Know how to treat her like a lady. Simple acts of chivalry are timeless, and they never lose their impact. In a world that often prioritizes practicality and efficiency over sentiment, women are deeply drawn to men who know how to treat them with genuine care and respect. A man who opens the door for her, offers his jacket on a chilly evening, or makes sure she's safe by walking on the outside of the sidewalk might seem to be practicing old-fashioned courtesies, but these gestures hold immense, enduring value. From a psychological standpoint, these small but meaningful acts tap into a woman's subconscious desire to feel cherished and protected. Women are biologically wired to appreciate behaviors that signal care and attentiveness. These gestures go beyond just a polite show of manners. They make her feel important, secure, and loved. In a world where many things seem transient, these acts of consideration stand as a clear symbol of genuine interest and respect. The key here is consistency. When these actions are performed regularly, they signal that her happiness and well-being are a priority. Female psychology reveals that women are naturally attuned to the subtle cues men provide through their actions, and they take note of who consistently demonstrates respect, consideration, and thoughtfulness. These acts aren't about adhering to outdated gender roles or reinforcing stereotypes. They reflect a deeper appreciation for her as a person, not just as a woman. Men who embody these qualities effortlessly stand out from the crowd. They don't just practice good manners occasionally, they make these actions part of their daily interactions. These small gestures reveal a man's character, showcasing the care and attention he brings to his relationship. Treating her like a lady signals that you see her not just as a companion, but as someone deserving of admiration and respect. Alphas understand this concept intimately. They know that treating a woman with kindness and consideration doesn't diminish her independence or strength, it elevates her. By showing her that you respect her autonomy while still valuing her in these small, meaningful ways, you set yourself apart. It's not about being overly dominant or protective, it's about reinforcing that you honor her presence in your life and that her needs matter to you. Women remember these gestures long after the moment has passed. They form an emotional connection to the man who shows he's attentive to her needs, even in the most subtle ways. This builds a foundation of trust and admiration that grows stronger over time. Each thoughtful act, no matter how small, helps cement the emotional bond between you. Over time, she feels more secure, more cared for, and more deeply connected to you. These acts of chivalry, however, should never be performed for show or out of obligation. The key to making them impactful is sincerity. Women can spot insincerity from a mile away, so the gestures must come from a genuine place of respect and admiration. When you do something for her, whether it's opening a door or offering your coat, let her know you're doing it because you care about her comfort and well-being, not because it's expected. Moreover, treating her like a lady doesn't mean you have to overdo it or go to extreme lengths. Simple acts done with intention are more impactful than grand gestures that feel forced. The power lies in the consistency and the underlying sentiment of those actions. By consistently treating her with respect and making her feel valued, you reinforce the emotional connection you share. The beauty of treating a woman like a lady is that it is timeless. It transcends trends, societal changes, and shifting cultural norms. In a world where attention often shifts to external factors or material displays, simple acts of respect and kindness stand out as rare and genuine. They send a clear message that you value her as a person, both for her individuality and for the partnership you're building together. In the end, it's the little things that often make the biggest difference in how a woman perceives her partner. When you treat her like a lady, you're showing her that she's not just a fleeting interest, but someone worthy of your time, attention, and respect. And as those small acts pile up over time, They create a sense of security, admiration, and deep emotional connection that strengthens the bond you share. Chapter 3. Know how to control your temper. Emotional self-regulation is one of the most magnetic traits a man can possess. Few things are as unattractive as a man who allows minor frustrations to escalate into full-blown tantrums or loses his composure over trivial matters. Women are instinctively drawn to men who exude calmness and control, even when the world around them feels chaotic. Maintaining a steady demeanor signals emotional resilience, a quality that reassures her of your strength and maturity. Psychologically, a man's ability to manage his emotions speaks volumes about his character. Emotional volatility can make a woman feel unsafe or uncertain in the relationship, while emotional stability fosters a sense of security. When you remain level-headed, especially in stressful situations, you create an environment where she feels protected, valued, and at ease. This stability becomes the cornerstone of trust, a foundation upon which deep and lasting intimacy is built. It's important to recognize that anger itself is not inherently harmful, it's a natural human emotion. What matters is how you choose to handle it. Losing your temper or lashing out in frustration not only undermines your composure, but also damages the emotional bond you share with her. Instead, channel your anger into constructive responses. Take a moment to pause, breathe, and evaluate the situation before reacting. This kind of restraint is a hallmark of emotional intelligence and shows her that you prioritize the relationship over fleeting impulses. The Stoics, renowned for their mastery of emotions, offer timeless wisdom on controlling temper. They advocated for deliberate reflection rather than succumbing to reactive outbursts. By internalizing this philosophy, you learn to navigate challenges with grace, ensuring that disagreement or unexpected stresses don't erode the harmony in your relationship. When she sees you consistently practicing patience and measured responses, her respect and admiration for you grow exponentially. A man who knows how to control his temper also demonstrates his capacity for empathy. Anger often blinds people to the emotions of others, causing them to act selfishly or dismissively. By mastering your temper, you remain attuned to her feelings, even during disagreements. This attentiveness reassures her that you value her perspective and are willing to approach conflicts collaboratively rather than combatively. Women appreciate men who can transform potentially volatile situations into opportunities for growth. For instance, if a disagreement arises, instead of raising your voice or walking away in frustration, calmly explain your viewpoint and listen to hers. This approach not only resolves conflicts more effectively, but also strengthens the emotional connection between you. It shows her that you're invested in understanding and resolving issues rather than letting them fester. Additionally, controlling your temper reflects your ability to handle life's challenges with dignity. Whether you're stuck in traffic, facing a frustrating work situation, or dealing with unexpected setbacks, maintaining your composure sets you apart. Women are drawn to men who can navigate adversity without being consumed by it. This resilience assures her that you can face difficulties together as a team, further solidifying her trust in you. Practicing emotional self-regulation doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or pretending that nothing bothers you. Instead, it's about finding healthy outlets for your emotions and addressing them in ways that are constructive rather than destructive. This might involve taking time to cool off before discussing an issue, engaging in activities that reduce stress, or seeking support from a trusted friend or mentor. By taking responsibility for your emotions, you model a level of maturity that she finds deeply attractive. Over time, your consistent ability to control your temper fosters an environment of emotional safety. In this space, she feels free to express herself without fear of judgment or retaliation. This freedom deepens her emotional connection to you, as she knows she can rely on you to remain steady and supportive, even during challenging times. Ultimately, mastering your temper is about more than just avoiding conflict. it's about embodying the qualities of patience, empathy, and strength that women find irresistible. By cultivating emotional resilience, you not only enhance your appeal, but also build a relationship grounded in trust, respect, and mutual understanding. When she sees that you can weather life's storms without losing your balance, her attraction to you will only grow stronger. Chapter 4. Know how to surprise and challenge her. Predictability can stifle the spark in any relationship, turning what was once exciting into something routine. Women are naturally drawn to men who know how to keep things fresh and dynamic by introducing an element of surprise and challenge into their interactions. This doesn't mean you need to orchestrate grand gestures all the time. Often, the smallest, most thoughtful surprises have the biggest impact. For example, planning a spontaneous weekend getaway, cooking her favorite meal unexpectedly, or leaving her a handwritten note can light up her day and make her feel special. Surprises like these aren't just fun, they show effort, thoughtfulness, and your ability to adapt and keep her engaged. Female psychology highlights that such unpredictability stimulates curiosity and rekindles emotional connection, helping maintain the relationship's vitality. Adding a healthy level of challenge to the mix is equally important. Women are often captivated by men who challenge them intellectually or emotionally. This doesn't mean creating unnecessary conflict. Rather, it's about engaging her in meaningful debates, encouraging her to step out of her comfort zone, or teasing her playfully to keep the energy dynamic and fun. When done respectfully, these moments of challenge showcase confidence and depth, traits that women find irresistible. Spontaneity also creates opportunities for shared experiences that break away from monotony. Trying something new together, whether it's a dance class, a hiking trail, or even a daring activity like skydiving, adds layers to your bond. These experiences create lasting memories and deepen your connection. The unpredictability of such moments not only keeps her intrigued, but also allows her to see a side of you that's adventurous and adaptable. However, the key to effectively surprising and challenging her lies in balance. Alphas excel in creating a dynamic relationship that balances excitement with stability. While it's thrilling to keep her on her toes, it's equally important to ensure she feels emotionally secure. Surprises should never feel like a manipulation or a test of her commitment. Instead, they should come from a place of genuine affection and a desire to enhance the relationship. Small, unexpected gestures can go a long way in showing her that you're attentive to her needs and desires. For instance, if she's mentioned a particular book she'd like to read, gifting it to her just because it can make her feel seen and appreciated. These thoughtful acts demonstrate your ability to listen and respond in meaningful ways, reinforcing her emotional connection to you. Challenging her intellectually can also be a form of deep connection. Engaging in conversations about topics she's passionate about, encouraging her to explore new perspectives, or even gently debating differing opinions can stimulate her mind and build respect for your insight. Women appreciate partners who encourage their growth and inspire them to think critically. It's essential, though, to understand her comfort zones and personal boundaries. Surprises or challenges that feel overwhelming or inconsiderate can have the opposite effect. Pay attention to her reactions and tailor your approach to suit her personality and preferences. Some women may appreciate grand surprises, while others might find joy in subtle, intimate gestures. The art of surprising and challenging her also demonstrates your creativity and resourcefulness, qualities that enhance your appeal. Women often admire men who can think outside the box and infuse excitement into everyday life. Whether it's transforming a routine dinner into a candlelit feast or turning a mundane weekend into a mini-adventure, these efforts show her that you value the relationship enough to keep it vibrant. Ultimately, surprises and challenges aren't just about impressing her, they're about creating a relationship that's alive with curiosity, playfulness, and mutual growth. By mastering this balance, you ensure that she's continually drawn to you, eager to see what new experiences and shared moments lie ahead. This dynamic not only deepens her attraction, but also strengthens the emotional foundation of your connection. Chapter 5. Know how to listen and give attention. Women often express themselves through conversation, using it as a means to connect, process emotions, and share their inner world. Men who master the art of truly listening are rare and memorable. They stand out not only for their attentiveness, but also for the emotional intimacy they create. Active listening is more than just a skill, it's a profound way to show her that you value her thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Listening deeply means going beyond simply hearing her words. It's about tuning into her emotions, her tone, and even the unspoken cues she shares. When you actively listen, you demonstrate empathy and a genuine interest in her world. This level of attentiveness is transformative, as female psychology reveals that women feel most connected to men who sincerely care about what they have to say. An essential aspect of active listening is engagement. Alphas know that listening isn't a passive act, it requires thoughtful participation. This means asking open-ended questions to encourage her to share more, nodding or making affirming comments to show you're present, and paraphrasing what she says to confirm your understanding. For example, if she shares a concern about her day, an engaged listener might respond, "It sounds like that was really frustrating for you. How did you handle it?" Such responses validate her feelings and show that you're invested in the conversation. Validation is another cornerstone of attentive listening. When she shares her feelings, whether they're about work, family, or the relationship, acknowledge them without dismissing or minimizing her experience. A simple phrase like, "I can see why that would upset you," can go a long way in making her feel understood. Women often seek emotional connection more than solutions, so resist the urge to immediately fix her problems unless she explicitly asks for advice. Alphas also recognize the importance of undivided attention. In today's fast-paced world, distractions abound. Phones, notifications, and the constant pull of multitasking can easily derail meaningful conversations. When you're speaking with her, put away your phone, maintain eye contact, and focus entirely on what she's saying. This simple act of presence sends a powerful message: you matter to me. Listening deeply also involves understanding the context behind her words. Women often communicate in layers, where the surface-level statement might carry deeper emotions or concerns. For instance, if she mentions feeling tired after work, it might not just be about physical exhaustion, but also emotional burnout or a need for support. By paying attention to these nuances, you show that you're attuned to her needs. Another element of effective listening is timing. Recognize the right moments to engage in meaningful conversations. Sometimes, she may need space to process her thoughts before opening up. Alphas are patient and don't pressure her to share when she's not ready. Instead, they create an environment of trust and safety where she feels comfortable expressing herself at her own pace. Female psychology underscores the importance of emotional reciprocity in relationships. When a man listens actively and attentively, it fosters a sense of mutual respect and partnership. She feels heard, valued, and understood, which deepens her emotional connection to him. This connection isn't just about what's said in the moment, it builds a lasting sense of trust and intimacy that carries through the relationship. Listening also strengthens your ability to navigate challenges together. When disagreements arise, the ability to truly hear her perspective without becoming defensive or dismissive can prevent conflicts from escalating. Women appreciate men who can remain calm and considerate, even during difficult conversations. Alphas use these moments as opportunities to strengthen the bond rather than create distance. Active listening is also a skill that grows with practice. Alphas continuously refine their ability to tune into their partner's emotions and adjust their responses based on what they learn. They're not afraid to ask for clarification if something isn't clear, and they welcome feedback on how they can be better listeners. This willingness to improve shows humility and commitment to the relationship. Furthermore, listening isn't limited to verbal communication. Pay attention to her nonverbal cues, her body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. These signals often reveal emotions that words alone might not convey. For instance, if she says she's fine, but her tone suggests otherwise, an attentive partner might gently probe, "You don't seem fine, do you want to talk about it?" This demonstrates that you perceptive and genuinely care about her well-being. Alphas also understand that listening extends beyond serious conversations. Light-hearted moments, shared jokes, and casual chats are just as important in building rapport and maintaining emotional intimacy. By engaging fully in all types of conversations, you show her that you value her presence in every context, not just during significant discussions. Another key to mastering this skill is balancing listening with sharing. While women appreciate a man who listens, they also want to feel like they know you. Open up about your own thoughts, feelings, and experiences when appropriate. This reciprocity creates a dynamic where both partners feel seen and heard, fostering a deeper connection. Finally, listening is an act of respect. When you give her your full attention, you acknowledge her as an equal partner whose thoughts and feelings matter. This respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and it's something women instinctively seek in a partner. By consistently showing that you're present, engaged, and invested, you become someone she trusts to be there when it matters most. In a world where many people listen to respond rather than to understand, mastering the art of active listening sets you apart. It's a skill that not only deepens your relationship, but also enhances your overall emotional intelligence. By making her feel heard, valued, and respected, you create an unshakable bond that goes far beyond surface-level attraction. Chapter 6. Know how to keep your word. Reliability is not just a desirable trait, it is the bedrock of attraction. Women instinctively gravitate toward men who are dependable and consistent, valuing those who follow through on their promises, no matter how small. Keeping your word sends a powerful message: I am a man of integrity, someone you can trust and rely on. At its core, reliability is about aligning your actions with your words. When you say you'll do something and then actually do it, you demonstrate emotional stability and maturity. Female psychology underscores that women view this consistency as a signal of strength and security, qualities they deeply value in a partner. On the flip side, broken promises, no matter how insignificant they might seem to you, can erode trust and plant seeds of doubt in her mind. Consider the impact of small commitments. If you promise to call her at a specific time or show up for a planned date, keeping that commitment reinforces her belief that you respect her and take the relationship seriously. When you fail to deliver, even unintentionally, it sends the opposite message that she and the relationship aren't priorities. Alphas understand the weight of these moments and handle them with care. Reliability also fosters a sense of emotional safety, a cornerstone of any healthy relationship. Women need to feel secure in their connection with you, and your ability to consistently keep your word provides that stability. This isn't about grand gestures or dramatic promises. It's about showing up, being present, and demonstrating that your actions are aligned with your intentions. Alphas approach this with deliberate intention. They avoid making promises they can't keep, understanding that overpromising and underdelivering is a recipe for disappointment. Instead, they make their commitments thoughtfully and follow through without fail. This approach builds a track record of dependability, reinforcing trust and deepening the bond. Imagine you tell her you'll help with something small, like picking up an item she needs or assisting with a task. While the gesture may seem trivial, your follow-through communicates that her needs and concerns matter to you. Over time, these consistent actions accumulate, painting a picture of someone who values and prioritizes her. This creates a sense of partnership that draws her closer to you. Beyond the direct impact on her trust, keeping your word also reflects your character. A man who is reliable in his personal relationships is likely to exhibit the same dependability in other areas of life, such as work, friendships, and family. Female psychology suggests that women instinctively evaluate these broader traits when assessing a partner's potential. Reliability signals not only trustworthiness, but also ambition, discipline, and a strong moral compass. The Stoics taught that our word is a reflection of our inner self. Keeping your promises isn't just about others, it's also about maintaining personal integrity. When you consistently honor your commitments, you reinforce your own sense of purpose and discipline. This inner strength is deeply attractive and resonates on a subconscious level. Reliability isn't just about avoiding big, dramatic betrayals, it's the cumulative effect of your actions over time. Women notice the little things, whether you remember important dates, whether you show up when you say you will, and whether you prioritize her needs alongside your own. Every time you meet these expectations, you build a stronger foundation of trust and mutual respect. However, no one is perfect, and life can sometimes throw curveballs that make it impossible to fulfill a promise. In these instances, what matters is how you handle the situation. Communicate openly, take responsibility, and make amends. This demonstrates accountability and reinforces the idea that you take your commitment seriously, even when circumstances get in the way. Alphas navigate these moments with grace and maturity. They don't make excuses or shift blame. Instead, they acknowledge the impact of their actions and strive to rebuild trust. This level of self-awareness and accountability only strengthens the relationship, showing that you respect her enough to own up to your mistakes. Moreover, reliability plays a crucial role in fostering emotional intimacy. When a woman knows she can count on you, she feels safe to open up, share her vulnerabilities, and invest more deeply in the relationship. This creates a positive cycle. The more reliable you are, the more she feels connected to you, and the stronger your bond becomes. In contrast, inconsistent behavior creates uncertainty, which can lead to frustration and emotional withdrawal. When a man fails to keep his word repeatedly, it signals a lack of respect and undermines the foundation of the relationship. Women are particularly attuned to these patterns, and once trust is broken, it can be challenging to repair. Ultimately, the ability to keep your word is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to earn and maintain a woman's trust and respect. It requires no grand gestures or elaborate strategies, just honesty, consistency, and a commitment to being a man of integrity. By mastering this skill, you not only deepen her attraction to you, but also elevate the quality of your relationship. Reliability isn't just a trait, it's a testament to who you are as a person. When she sees that you are a man who honors his word, she will feel valued, respected, and secure, laying the groundwork for a connection that stands the test of time. Chapter 7. Know how to buy thoughtful gifts. The power of a thoughtful gift lies not in its monetary value, but in the care, effort, and intention behind it. Thoughtful gifts resonate deeply because they reflect that you've been paying attention to her unique personality, preferences, and the little details that make her who she is. For women, these gifts go beyond the material. They symbolize emotional investment, attentiveness, and genuine appreciation. A meaningful gift can be as simple as a book she's mentioned wanting to read, a handwritten note expressing your feelings, or a token tied to a cherished memory you both share. The key is personalization. Female psychology reveals that women view such gestures as a direct acknowledgement of their individuality and the depth of the connection you share. A gift that speaks to her heart is far more impactful than an expensive but impersonal item. Consider this scenario. She casually mentions her favorite childhood candy during a conversation. Months later, you surprise her with a small bag of it. The act itself is small, but the message it sends is profound. It shows you're listening, you care, and you remember even the tiniest details. This level of attentiveness is a hallmark of emotional intelligence and is irresistibly attractive. Alphas understand that gifts are an opportunity to create meaningful moments rather than flaunt wealth or status. They avoid falling into the trap of flashy displays meant to impress superficially. Instead, they focus on the emotional resonance of their choices. A carefully chosen gift says, "I see you, I value you, and I've thought deeply about what would bring you joy." For example, instead of simply buying her a piece of jewelry, an alpha might choose a pendant engraved with a meaningful date or a phrase that holds significance for their relationship. This approach transforms a common gift into something deeply personal and unforgettable. Moreover, thoughtful gifts can extend beyond tangible items. Experiences can be just as powerful, if not more so. Surprising her with tickets to see her favorite band, planning a day trip to a place she's always wanted to visit, or recreating your first date are gestures that create lasting memories. Experiences engage emotions, which are key to deepening the bond between you. Female psychology underscores that these gestures don't just evoke gratitude, they also reinforce a woman's sense of being seen, understood, and valued. This emotional connection strengthens her attraction to you on a subconscious level. However, it's important to note that thoughtful gifting isn't about grand gestures every time. Consistency in small, meaningful acts matters more than occasional extravagance. For instance, leaving a note on her desk wishing her a good day or bringing her a cup of her favorite coffee can have just as much impact as a larger, planned gift. These small gestures accumulate, creating a narrative of care and attentiveness that builds trust and affection over time. The Stoics emphasized the value of intentionality in all actions. When applied to gift-giving, this philosophy encourages focusing on what the gift represents rather than its material aspects. Alphas embody this principle by using gifts as a way to celebrate connection, express gratitude, and deepen emotional intimacy. In contrast, men who misunderstand the power of thoughtful gifting often default to expensive but impersonal presents, believing that price alone will impress. While these gestures might generate temporary excitement, they lack the emotional depth needed to leave a lasting impression. Women are far more likely to treasure a gift that reflects effort and thoughtfulness over one that merely reflects financial expenditure. Thoughtful gifts also have the unique ability to act as reminders of your bond. Every time she sees, uses, or experiences the gift, she'll think of the moment it was given and the feelings it evoked. This creates a lasting positive association that continues to nurture the relationship long after the initial gesture. Ultimately, the art of thoughtful gifting lies in understanding that the act itself is a form of communication. Through a well-chosen gift, you're telling her, "I know you, I care about you, and I cherish the connection we share." This message resonates deeply, leaving her feeling valued, loved, and drawn even closer to you. By mastering the skill of thoughtful gifting, you demonstrate not only your attentiveness and emotional intelligence, but also your commitment to nurturing the relationship. This effort fosters trust, admiration, and an enduring sense of intimacy that strengthens your bond over time. Women are naturally attracted to men who demonstrate emotional intelligence, consistency, and thoughtfulness. Mastering these 7 things will not only enhance your relationships, but also help you stand out as someone who truly understands female psychology.